All right, so it's Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. I'm doing a special audio here for an accountability group. They've asked some questions and I didn't have time to answer it on my last coaching call with them, so I'm making this audio. I will make the audio available to the general public. It's not going to go up on my blog, probably go up on my YouTube channel, so people may stumble upon it. But basically, and I'm probably going to do a couple videos here because there's a couple questions that they asked. I don't want to roll it all into one video, but basically this one is how to deal with people that are kind of like know-it-alls or skeptics when you invite them to look at information. And this information or this type of approach, it can work in any type of environment. You know, if you're dealing and your prospect happens to be a personal trainer and you want them to look at your opportunity that sells nutrition shakes, they might just kind of turn around and say, well, why would I even come to this? I already got some education. I know about this already. I don't need to learn more about nutrition shakes. All right, and it's the same thing with this particular group. This coaching group, they deal with the sales of real estate investment education, and the prospect happens to be a contractor. And as you know, contractors, they know a lot about houses, and so with their knowledge, they might think and they might say, well, why would I even want to come to this? I already know how to invest in real estate. I already know about houses. Why would I even want to come? And this is important because you're going to get prospects to say, well, why should I even go? And a lot of unprofessional or unpostured or amateur network marketers or amateur salesmen, they're going to go into a convincing mode. Okay, you should come because of X, Y, and Z. You're going to learn about this, you know, and then they start talking about hype. You know what? Because our shake is made by you know, by a clinical process that's scientifically proven, and it's invented by a Nobel Prize winning professor at so and so university, and use all this hype. But instead of going into the convincing mode, instead you want to hold on to what I call the psychological power. And psychological power is just feeling like you have the upper hand, because if you go into the convincing mode, you're giving all of the power to the prospect. And when you give the power to the prospect, not only do they have the power to say no, and by the way, they always have the power to say no, but what'll happen is that you're gonna feel less powerful when the call ends, and then you got to talk to the next person, and you're just not going to attack the next person, but attack the next call with confidence. And if you don't have the confidence, then it's just going to create a chain reaction. And so, you know, with this contractor that wasn't sure if they wanted to go to the meeting. I don't know if they were a know-it-all. I wasn't there. I didn't hear the tone in their voice if they were skeptical about even coming. But they say, you know what good will it be for me if I go? I already know so much about houses. Instead of trying to convince them and say, well, we use this special process that's working all over the world and it's really new. Instead of trying to convince them and giving them the power, take it away from them. If they say, well, will it do me any good? You know, will I learn anything new if I go there? Take it away. Say, you know what? Maybe you know everything you already need to know, you know, to make it further in your profession. Maybe you don't need to come, but are you open to finding out if it is a good match for you? Are you open to finding out if you would learn more information? Now, notice that you use the word open instead of using the word interested. Are you interested in coming and learning more information? Isn't as powerful as are you open to coming and learning more information? Because no one really wants to admit that they're not open to something, all right? But it's okay for them to say, well, I'm not interested in that. But for them to say that they're not open, they kind of lose coolness points to everyone involved. I mean, if you really think about it, you know, the guy that wasn't open or the girl that wasn't open in high school wasn't as popular as the one that was open. You know, if you're open to learning more, to more opportunities, then you're going to get more success in your life or more opportunities for success. And so when someone says something like, will this help me? Will this even help me? Instead of saying it's going to help you because of X, Y, and Z, instead of saying that, Instead say, I don't know if it'll help you. Are you open to seeing if it will? Because that puts the ball in their court. And if they say no, I'm not open, guess what? You hold the psychological power. Because if they're not even open, you don't want them on your team, and you don't want them to even come to look at the information. Whether it's a webinar, whether it's a hotel presentation, or whether it's a company-made video, if they're not even open, are you even open to looking? If they're not open, then you don't want them to look. You don't want them on your team. You get to hold the psychological power, and you get to talk to the next person with a lot more confidence. So it's very, very simple. How to deal with these professionals that seem like they're know-it-alls. Let them be know-it-alls. All right? Take it away from them. And if they're already a know-it-all, they're probably 90% chance they're going to say no, 10% chance that you can convince them to actually look at the information. And the only way you're really going to convince them with an open mind is not by convincing them, but by taking it away and say, are you even open to looking? Will it help you? I don't know. Are you open to looking? All right. Same thing with, will it work for me? Well, is it going to, work for Sally? Is it going to work for me? Is that, I don't know, but what if it does? Will I even learn more information? I don't know, but what if you do? Are you open to finding out? That's the way you tackle or respond to people that are just know-it-alls. So I trust you guys got some great value, because this sort of, it's not even an objection. This is more happens in the contacting and inviting stage. You're going to get that. All right, and if you don't know how to deal with it, you're going to have less people looking at the information. But more importantly, you're just not going to feel powerful in your prospecting. All right, and that's super important. If you feel powerful in your prospecting, you're going to get more done, and you're going to have a lot more fun doing your prospecting, and you're going to get better results in your prospecting. And so this particular question was for a coaching group that I did, or an accountability group that I had, and we're continuing on going with that. If you have a group of people that need some help with accountability, the only stipulation is that the group has to be at least 5 people big. Actually, a good sized group is between 5 and 10 people. I can certainly look into seeing what I can do with coaching a group of that size, and getting them some more personal attention. If your group's bigger than that, I can certainly do some coaching calls for a group that's bigger than that, but it would just be a different style. If you want to learn more about that, just go to kennysantos.com and send me an email. Say that you're interested in having your, having some accountability done in your group. Accountability leads to more calls, more prospecting, and more prospecting leads to more results. All right, and so trust you got some great value out of this, and we'll see you on the next audio. Take care. Create a great day.